Human searching is always imperfect, but God's search never fails. Jericho has always carried deep meaning in Scripture. It was the first city Israel conquered after crossing into the Promised Land, a place where judgment and salvation intersected. When Jesus passed through Jericho on his final journey towards Jerusalem, another person faced a turning point in that same city: Zacchaeus, the chief tax collector. Zacchaeus was a wealthy man, yet his riches could not fill the emptiness within him. As a tax collector serving Rome, he was despised by his own people. Though he had climbed high in status and wealth, he had fallen low in dignity and belonging. To make matters worse, he was easily lost in the crowd, both literally and figuratively. Power and possessions had given him much, but not what his soul longed for. Still, there was a spark of longing in him. He wanted to see who Jesus was. That simple line reveals the ache of his heart. He wasn't chasing curiosity, he was seeking meaning, someone who could make sense of his existence. Yet the crowd blocked his way. The voices and expectations of others often stand between a soul and its search for truth. But Zacchaeus refused to give up. He let go of his pride, ran ahead, and climbed a sycamore tree, an act that invited ridicule, but opened the door to grace. In that culture, no grown man would run or climb a tree, but Zacchaeus did both. His willingness to look foolish became the soil of transformation. And at that very moment, Jesus stopped, looked up, and called his name. Human searching had reached its limit, and divine searching took over. Our lives today are not so different. We, too, look for meaning in wealth, achievement, or relationships. We chase approval, hoping to fill the silent hunger inside, but it's never enough. The noise of the crowd, the opinions, the comparisons, the pressures keeps us from seeing clearly. Yet the gospel still whispers hope even when our search is imperfect. God's search for us never fails. The smaller and more fragile we feel, the brighter His grace shines. Just as Zacchaeus met Jesus in that sycamore tree, we too can encounter Him when we set aside fear and pride. In that humble space, grace finds us. And then we hear those same words: today salvation has come to this house. Dear friends, the world may try to make you feel small, unseen, or unworthy, but the gospel remains clear and strong. Human searching may falter, but God's searching never fails. He calls us by name, comes to where we are, and brings salvation to our home. May we live today holding fast to that hope, the hope of a God who always finds us first.